Hi everyone. Questions always asked to me about my belief in martial arts and what I think it can do for people. And as a person that's been studying, it scares me to say, but almost 40 years, boy, I've just derived an awful lot of benefits from it. And of course, when you felt the benefits of something, I'm the type of person that wants to share it with everyone. I remember when I first got a Juice Man juicer. I was so excited about the thing. Whether you were into juicing or not, you were going to hear about my excitement about that. If I find something that I like, I'm just that kind of person. I want to kind of tell everybody about it. And as it pertains to martial arts and the subject of self-defense, I think there are some things that, I stand for. And then there's definitely one thing that I really stand against. And as far as, when I think about self-defense, I think a little bit more about self-care. I think it's pretty well known that we all have to make sure that, we're taking care of ourselves. What does that mean? It means, getting enough sleep. It means drinking enough water. It means eating your vegetables and your fruits. Having a good, clean, whole foods type diet. I think that's super important. I think keeping an eye on your stress level, exercising, all of those things are important. When I think about self-defense, think about self-care. And as it pertains to what we do at Personal Best, I think that's what I get excited about a lot, because we have an opportunity to influence the way somebody's body moves, somebody's body posture. We have an opportunity to increase the physical skill and technique of the movements that we do. And I think all of that is great. The other thing that I love about it is we really stand for and we set the very best example we can of living at your highest self. Personal Best isn't just a cute name that I came up with. The vision of Personal Best was really that in itself. Can we, through this activity, use it as a tool to helping us be the best we can be? Now, I do think, absolutely believe self-defense is a huge part of that. As a father, it's super important that I taught my daughters how to tread water, how to be able to get from one side of the pool to the other safely. They didn't have to be a grandmaster in the martial arts, but I think everybody should understand basic personal protection skills. So if we ever find ourselves in a situation with good awareness, with good body positioning, we're able to keep ourselves safe. And I think that's important. Mindset, super important. And at Personal Best, how we integrate and how we interact with our students and our families, I think is important, because it sets the tone. And hopefully what it does is it transfers a very healthy, empowering, and positive attitude. What don't I like? Well, you can open any paper virtually any day, and you can immediately hear about the very, very, very real atrocities that happen in the world, and sometimes in our country, and sometimes in our state, the Marathon City bombing. Just crazy stuff like that. The school shootings, all of that kind of stuff. But the one thing that I don't like to do is I don't like to prey on people's fears. And when I see that done, it actually kind of offends me a little bit. Do people get struck by lightning? Of course they do. It happens. But thank goodness, because of the place that we live, what's the what's the likelihood that we're going to get struck by lightning? What's the likelihood that we're going to be in a mass shooting situation? Thank goodness. And I don't mean to, say this and, now it's going to happen. I'm just saying that, let's play the odds. When we think about self-defense, I can tell you, being 50 years old, how many times have I had to defend my life? Well, probably more than I realized, but I've defended it with good life choices. I've defended it with the peer group that I'm around. I've defended it by taking care of myself. I've defended it with good self-defense awareness skills. And I think that's super important. So I've just never really, when an atrocity happens, and all of a sudden I see, everybody going out there advertising, how to defend yourself in these horrific situations. I just, it's always been a little tougher pill to swallow, I think. So what's the concept of this? It's not to criticize anybody, because everything has its place. And sure, do we want to be aware and do we want to be informed? Of course we do. But maybe there's a higher reason to your pursuit of martial arts, and specifically at Personal Best. I can tell you the higher reason is to help you become the very best that you can be. And what does that mean? Does it mean you're going to be a world champion? Does it mean that you're going to be less stressed? Does it mean, what does it mean? I think it means something different for everybody. And there's plenty of benefits that we could derive, but thinking about it a little bit differently, I think it can heighten our awareness and our appreciation for what we're involved in. Give it a think. Let me know what your thoughts are.